Hi, welcome everybody to our little live stream. We are waiting for the lovely Dawn to come and join us, but we believe she'll join us shortly. So obviously, hopefully everyone viewing knows our panel here. So I'm Carl from the Primal Lifestyle. We've got the fabulous Sarah from the Healthy Carnivore UK, and our newest YouTuber, George Goodenough.
Here I am.
Welcome, guys. So basically, we'll do the live stream. We're open to take any questions that people want to put towards us on that front. But I thought the best thing to do with the 2nd of January, let's do a little bit of a recap of your stories from 2024. So, Sarah, ladies first.
Oh, well. Most of the people that are tuning in probably heard my story already, but basically it's just, sorry, I've got loads of notifications come up on my screen from this distracted me. I do apologize. Yes, I've had a long on and off carnivore journey, and then in 2024 I made the decision to commit 100% for the rest of my life. It took me 9.5 years to get there, and I've spent the second half of 2024 basically sticking to that commitment, making video content every single day, racking up my health benefits, getting new ones all the time. And now I've cut down my hours at work. That was one of my big things in 2024, was to get my hours put down so I can spend more time being able to do more content, lives, interviews. I've got George coming on my channel for the first one. He's going to be my guinea pig, but I'm going to do a lot more interviewing people. But yeah, so 2024 for me was changing jobs and stepping up my carnivore campaign and taking it a lot more seriously, and changing my channel from imperfect to healthy. I think that did me good to do that, to get rid of that stigma attached to my journey. And now I'm just ready to go into 2025 with a bang, and I've still got more health benefits coming all the time. And something that happened just at the end of 2024 is my last 2 skin tags fell off, so I'm now skin tag free and ready to complete my healing journey and start losing weight. So that's my update 2024. Really
brilliant. Welcome, Dawn. Better late than never.
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry.
No problem.
I missed it. What did I miss? Tell me what I missed.
We're only 2.5 minutes in, Dawn.
Oh.
We're just doing a recap of what 2024 was for us before we discuss the plans for 2025. So have you finished, Sarah? Have you got anything else to add to that after losing your skin tags?
Yeah, Dawn, I've just lost my last couple of skin tags, so the healing is happening big time. So I'm not going to change anything I'm doing, because clearly my body is very happy just to keep plodding on the way it is and complete its healing. So I'm not changing anything.
Right on.
So Dawn, do you want to give us a quick recap of your 2024?
I don't know what to say. Yeah, 2024 was probably my best year yet alive, because for the first time in my entire life, I got to experience what it feels like to feel like a normal, healthy human being, because I've been living on the standard American diet all my life, and I had all these health issues, and I just thought it was just genetic. It was just the way people felt. I didn't realize that people could actually feel good. And since I've been doing carnivore, I've experienced so many healings, from different ailments, as you guys all know. And besides the weight loss, which that was secondary, I just wanted to feel good. And I've healed from so many things, including depression. And it's just the beginning for me. I'm only 6 months in. So this is all new. And I am super excited about this next year, because I think things are really going to take off.
Yeah.
Brilliant. That's fantastic, Dawn. And George, do you want to give us what your 2024 looked like?
Yeah, so 2024 for me was really the completion of the healing journey from type 2 diabetes, which was my main why as to why I did this. Those of you who know my story will know that my journey started on the 1st of March 22, when I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, morbid obesity, and high triglycerides. In 2024, I managed to actually get 3 very good HbA1c tests in a row. And now the policy in the NHS, the National Health Service here in the UK, is that 3 very good HbA1c tests means you are no longer considered to be in remission from diabetes. You are considered to be cured from diabetes. So in October this year, I could announce to the world that I was healed from diabetes. And also at the same time, I've managed to build up a good working relationship with the NHS, which I never thought would happen. I have to qualify that. No doctor within the NHS will now talk to me, but the nurses are very much on our side. And I've got a few stories to tell about that, which I've actually just told to DC. And I've just noticed about 20 minutes before we came on, DC actually posted that video.
Yeah, finally, I've been waiting.
Yeah, exactly. Because
I'll watch it right after this.
Yeah, absolutely. Because what he does, Dawn, is he posts it on his Patreon channel first, then he posts it to members only, and then eventually the general public gets to see it. And it just happened to come up 20 minutes before this. So, but my full story about how I've made allies within the NHS is there. So it's well worth a watch, and it's an amusing story, I think. And I've got some very good friends amongst the nurses in the NHS now, not so much the doctors.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a great watch, but after the live, please, everyone. We
Absolutely.
Don't want
Right.
Until after. So, just a quick summary of my 2024. It was more of a maintenance for me. I'd obviously lost the weight and got a lot of the health benefits at the tail end of 23 and beginning of 24. So it was pretty much maintenance and a lot of experimenting. I started doing things with Raw, which George has outgunned me on that front. I started doing some various different versions of some brilliant interviews. I think some of the content of some of the interviews is phenomenal. I had a little bit of a hiccup, partly because my football team got promoted to the Premierships, and I'm sorry, but the dart was put to one side that weekend. And I decided to go much stronger on the BBBE, then did a blood test, which completely threw me at the tail end of the year. And in one way, I am so pleased I did a blood test because it's resulted in one of my a part of my skin cancers returned. Interesting enough, when I told people that, a lot of people, it's your darts brought that. And I said, well, actually, skin cancer is from previous years' damage. And as you can see, I'm a very fair-skinned individual of Irish descent. And from the years of running around with me now with my shirt on and trying to be young and trendy, I'm now paying the consequences. However, that's being dealt with in early January, so I'm quite happy on that front. And interesting enough, my specialist who examined it said, it's not as active as the previous one. And I do believe that's the diet, and that's why my bloods are out so much. So in one way, doing that blood and getting the bad results has turned out as a good thing as far as I'm concerned. So that's my 2024. And a couple of UK carnivore ladies have got me to roped in with them. So we started today our fasting. So we're doing extended fasting for January. I'm going to do it hopefully in blocks of 3 or 4, maybe 5 days, then go back on to the carnivore and then switch back onto it. But I will sort of map that progress. But Donna and Sam have joined me on this, and it's our first day at it, and we've had a good chat on our little WhatsApp group. So all positive on that front. So I won't go into more of my 2025 because there's a bit of a crazy idea that I've come up with that I think will be quite entertaining for people watching. Well, I've got a few comments on here, so I'll just quickly flash these up while we've got the opportunity. So we're being watched in Queensland, even though it's rainy, and we're looking forward to our rain and snow. It's going to hit the UK this week, so we've got that to look forward to. We've got Tom here, 3 months new carnivore here. I can completely agree with the doctors trying everything to get you off carnivore. It does seem crazy, but then it's what they've had in their training. They believe they're doing the right thing, but there's too many stories now of success. And then my favourite other girlfriend, Lainey here. Good evening all to you all. So don't let George know about me and Lainey, but
Hi, Lainey.
I strongly suspect we're going to get trolled tonight, but we'll see.
So again, anyone watching on any of the channels, because I know Dawn has linked hers, Sarah's linked yours, George, I don't think you've linked yours.
No, I'm not that good yet.
Anyone want to throw some questions at us, please feel free, and I'll get them pushed out there, but we'll carry on with the discussion. So the idea of the stream really was to talk about our plans for 2024. So who wants to take the lead on that one?
Can I just jump in here? Just a word about Queensland. For some reason, that seems to be a rich recruitment area at the moment, because Dawn very kindly has basically managed to get Terrier Eyes, who we saw earlier. I believe. Hello, Brad.
Again, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And also Meat Base 365, both of whom are based in Queensland, as is DC. So there seems to be a bit of a theme coming from Queensland. And Dawn, I have a question for you. I've become very good friends with Meat Base 365. But I can't establish his name. Do you happen to know his actual name?
Yeah, it's Joshua.
Joshua. Okay, brilliant.
Yeah. He's such a very articulate, intelligent young man, and he's been very supportive from the very beginning. When I first started doing this, he would come on, and finally I asked his name because he was a regular commenter, and I really appreciated the info he gave me, because he's really into this, probably more than I am. He's really doing his research, and I appreciate all the info that he shared with us. So I'm so glad that you two connected. I think, he needs to know more people in the carnivore community, because isn't that the biggest help? Hi.
So we have a snitch in the viewing camp.
But it's so important to have carnivore community. That's been the biggest help for me. So, and you're the best at that, George. We all know that. So I'm so glad that he hooked up with you. I'm sure you can help him out. But he's going to have a great channel.
I think it's the other way around, because he is so much more scientifically aware than I am when it comes to mitochondria. And that sort of thing. Right? He's just amazing, isn't he? He really is. But yeah, he's we've hooked up, and we will develop that friendship. He's part of our gang now, so great news.
Yeah, I can't differentiate. He sounds like all you guys. He's from where?
He's from Roma in Queensland.
I guess he's more Australian.
Yeah, so he's a couple of hours west of DC.
How far is that from you?
From me, I'm in the UK, so it's the other side of the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are now basically, Dawn, we are now yourself in California, us in the UK,
that's right.
And then he's in Australia. So we are truly an international little gang now. It's absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
I noticed Terrier Eyes is going to go and look up Meat Base 365. I don't know. They're both in Queensland, so you never know where that might lead.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because on my channel, I had a conversation with one of a lady that's based in Holland, and she said, in Holland there's not much carnivore activity in Holland. And obviously she's in contact with the Dutch carnivore as well. And I'm hoping if we can keep getting these messages out, and we can spread across the various areas to help people that feel on their own a carnivore join us as a community. Because I think Dawn said it in a previous post that she did, that the carnivore nation or the carnivore group of people are so warm and welcome and helpful, aren't they? So, so anyone wanting to start carnivore, the community is phenomenal in supporting.
Yes, very.
Mostly 99.9%. Yeah.
Mostly, yeah. We have found there's a few, but it's okay. That's going to happen in every group. But for the most part.
To be honest, that's probably one thing I can add about 2024, because I didn't find my first friend in the carnivore community until August 2023. But at the end of 2024, I had all you guys, lots of other UK carnivores, and people all around the world, literally all around the world. And, that was a big thing in 2024, how the carnivore community came together. And as Sarah correctly calls it, we are now the carnivore family, not just the carnivore community. And
100%.
it was 2024 was a thing. And I think we're going to take that even further in 2025.
Oh, I know, especially when is the Healing Humanity documentary supposed to be out? Is it this year?
The plan is to do it this year. At the UK one that Sarah and I attended, they said that they've got 4 more interviews to do. One of them being what's her name? The Canadian lady, the daughter of Jordan Peterson.
Oh,
Michaela.
Oh, Michaela.
Michaela. Yeah, they were
Yeah.
doing Michaela next. They had 3 others to complete, and then they'll start the editing process.
I'll just jump in here, Carl. I can say that Laura and Chris Spath are 2 of the others that they want to do.
Yeah, that's true. I remember him saying that.
Quite some time. Yeah.
Well remembered.
The carnivore community is going to blow up after that.
Well, and also
if they can get it to go public, though. Sorry, the timing.
But the interesting bit is the timing of it. I mean, they planned to do this documentary way before the American election, but with the appointment of JFK, not JFK,
RFK.
RFK, that's it. Thank you. If he doesn't follow his family's trait and manages to survive any assassination attempts, that if he's true to his word and what he's going to do, he's going to bring ultra-processed foods onto the agenda big time, and things like the carnivores are going to become a serious option. So the timing of the documentary probably couldn't be much better.
Absolutely.
I just hope that we can get that documentary out, though, Carl, because I panic that it's just going to get doors slammed in its face wherever it goes, because it's just so against all the other documentaries that we have to put up with, like Cowspiracy and Knives Over Spoons, whatever it's called. I just don't know how, at the moment. That's the one. I just don't know. I did actually.
For nearly a year.
I know you did, but then they're so convincing. I've seen the first 10 minutes of What the Health, and I thought, wow, this is so convincing. You can see how people get drawn into it because they do it in such a way. The amount of people that end up doing vegan from things like that is scary.
But this just shows you how international we've gone. This is one of my brothers, one of my 6 brothers. He's the ugliest one, I hope, because he's watching. So he's in the Turks and Caicos side. So we're going all the way around the world with this little post tonight. It's really good fun.
Nice.
So Heather's come up with a really interesting comment. So she said the situation political bullying of farmers. Obviously, I don't know if you know, Dawn, but the British government and the farmers are not seeing eye to eye at the moment. That's putting it politely. Meaning that all need to stick together, and speaking out the livestock and dairy farmers. 100% agree with that, because I think there is an agenda to get rid of meat off the agenda and that. And I think, for people like carnivores, we need to support the farming community, especially the dairy and the meat farmers, 100%.
Sure.
Yeah, it's all about the inheritance tax, wasn't it? If Dawn doesn't know what it was all started by, I think they started mostly by the inheritance tax. When a farmer dies, you have to give a load of money to the government, and that means the government is now basically partly control of that farm, and the farmers don't like that idea. And we don't want the government controlling all our farms.
I'm not involved in the politics of it all, but
let's not. No.
Obviously, just a quick personal note here. We've obviously got Lauren Tucker, Farmer's Wife Farming Life, within our community. She and I actually live probably half an hour away from each other, but we've not actually met up as yet. I know you met her, Sarah, but she's a Somerset dairy farmer, just down the road from me. So hopefully she'll, in fact, where the meetup is happening next year is about halfway between me and her. So hopefully she'll definitely be there, because it's literally just down the road for her.
That was amazing meeting them. I was so starstruck.
There you go, Sarah. We've got another line carnivore here.
I'm not dedicated, though. I just do it for a few minutes and then stop again.
You guys have to explain the Lions Diet. I've been so confused all this time. When you keep saying Lions Diet, I thought that was the raw meat diet.
No, that was me. My fault, Dawn. Sorry.
Okay, because I kept thinking, man, she's tough. I can't believe she's doing that. But
no raw. Not yet. Not yet.
Well, Sarah is on the Lion Diet, so would you like to lead the answer to that one for Dawn?
Well, I did just stop yesterday, but I've done it for 2 weeks. But it's basically eating just ruminant animal and salt and water. Possibly you're already doing it. It's just beef, lamb, and anything that's ruminant, salt and water, and not having chicken and fish and pork and things like that.
Coffee?
And it's no. Just salt and water, no coffee. Yeah, it's quite. And I made the mistake of doing it over Christmas, and actually it did make me feel a little bit miserable. So I did stop yesterday, and I felt so much happier. I think we'd already had such a bad December that I just thought, I just don't want more of this. I want all my favorite stuff. So I'll do it again later. But I did lose those last couple of skin tags whilst I was doing the lion. So it is incredibly healing.
Yeah.
My body loves doing it. My body loves it more than my brain. So I do need to do more of it.
It's the most restrictive version of carnivore. And then what I found when I did it, I then started to introduce things back in. So very, very good point there about supporting local farmers on a global front, because obviously the supermarkets want it their way. So that's a very valid point. Quick question in here. Yes, Heather, we're going to just talk about the meetup in a little while, because George, I and Sarah are involved in getting that set up. So it is going ahead, and George is in head of the venue bit. So we'll talk about that in a little while, if that's all right with you. So we've got another comment here. It's a question to Heather. So they're now talking amongst themselves. It shows you how boring we are. Sorry. Sorry, was that one with Seamus? Happy you're meeting Andros Carter the year long you can walk around and try this film. So it's my brother trying to be humorous. He does try. I'm the funny one in the family, but you know. And we're up to 10 people. Excellent.
Some people are going to watch it afterwards, though. I know that some of my team are.
Well, especially over here, because it's 11 o'clock in the morning. Most people are at work right now in the United States.
So I've just finished the conversation between our viewers, so they can see. Yes, she's in the Isle of Wight. So there you go.
That's not too far. Once you get the ferry over, it's a very easy journey to where the meetup's going to be.
It's very similar to my brother in the Cocos, the Grand Turk and Cocos Islands, just a little bit colder.
Yeah.
My brother saying, he actually, this is my brother. He's got more money than sense. I'm enjoying this banter with him. So, right. So plans for this year. Do you want to go ahead on, Sarah? What your plans going forward?
I want to take my journey to a new level. Like I said, I've just finished losing some skin tags, which means my healing's going to be complete, hopefully soon, and the weight will start coming down, which is frustrating. So I've cut my hours down at work, and on a Friday afternoon, I'm going to be building up this, basically interviews, more lives, more shorts, building up my ability to do editing, just push myself to a new level with YouTube and being online, my presence. And I'm hoping that in 2025 all the weight falls off, because I've only lost 16 pounds in 165 days, and that's really frustrating. Because I know that some people lose all the weight in that first bit, and I haven't really started dropping any fat yet. I'm still in the same clothes. So I'm hoping that in 2025 I take off both on a physical level and a professional level. Because it's about time both those things happened for me, because I've been dreaming about those things for a long time. I do get frustrated. I do get sad. I can't watch videos where people have lost loads of weight. I just can't watch it because it just makes me feel sad about my journey. But I know that one day all this healing is going to come good and my body is going to be ready. But one thing you did say about fasting, Carl, the only thing that concerns me about fasting is that Elizabeth Bright, who's pretty smart with hormones, says that women shouldn't do too much forced fasting. She says fasting's an absolute no-no and eat loads of fat. And because I've done quite a lot of healing in my body with not doing any fasting, I think I'm just going to keep going as I am, because I don't want to mess up my hormones if they're starting to heal. My body seems to be in. So I do take a lot of notice of Elizabeth Bright, Dr. Elizabeth Bright. She's pretty smart about knowing exactly how hormones work. And she always says, don't do fasting. If you're a woman, don't do fasting. Eat loads of fat. Eat fat all day long. Like Dr. Kiltz. Dr. Kiltz says the same thing. Fat is where it's at. Elizabeth Bright is very much in the same camp as that. Don't fast, just eat loads of fat. So my goal is to up my fat massively, get those hormones fixed, and get the weight off, and get that bikini shot at the end of 2025. So that's my plan.
It's quite interesting with the research that I've done, where how carnivore men seem to lose the weight very, very quickly, which I think George and I are evidence of that, especially because where we hold our fat is predominantly around the middle. and obviously around the organs in that respect, where women are a much more gradual loss. So I think that's probably what you're experiencing, to be fair. And I think, Dawn, you wasn't sure. And then when you did that double photo that you did, you suddenly realised, hang on a minute, there's some changes here. So I can understand your frustration, Sarah, because, you know, for me, it gave me massive motivation, even though now the weight loss is secondary for me. It's the health benefits that I've got from it. So that's a valid point. Now, just to catch up with some of the messages before we carry on, this is almost like a conversation between them lot. So it's, hang on, the Isle of Wight is the same place in the UK. And my brother responds with, yeah, it's only a chilly 79 degrees here. And then to follow it up, there's no sun at all down in Queensland. So I love the way they're having their own conversation without us now. So Sam is doing the fasting with me this month, and Donna's the other lady that's doing it with us. Interesting points you make there, Sarah, and it might be something that Sam and Donna, and I'll chat with them on the WhatsApp group after this just to see. But we're only in day one anyhow, and I'm pretty pleased. I haven't felt hungry at all the whole time. So, but I did make sure I topped up yesterday. Right, so I've got a couple of other comments here. Someone's come in with a comment for Sarah. You can do it, Sarah.
Oh, it's Graham.
There you go.
It's Graham.
It's Graham.
He was helping me with my live stream a couple of days ago. Yeah.
He's from South Africa, so we are truly international tonight.
We're everywhere tonight.
So there's a comment here from Tom. Sorry to be a pain, Sarah, but I've lost 42 pounds in 3 months, which I'm overjoyed about. But to be honest, I would have preferred my body to heal more and lose less. So that's another. It affects men differently. Yeah.
See, I've had a lot of health benefits. My health benefits have been just long-reaching, but no weight loss. And other people have had loads of weight, but they're still not well in some ways. So, you know, it is what it is. My body decides it's going to do what it's want to do.
Right.
That's it. Our body's in charge now, isn't it? That's it.
Listen to it. It will tell you what needs to happen. I stick by that wholeheartedly. So Heather's lost 35 pounds for 3 months. Sorry to say that, Sarah. But my colleagues don't like it. They brought me chocolates, biscuits, cakes for Christmas. Cruel. And they're your friends. No, they're your colleagues. Explains it. And then good plan, Sarah. Just keep going. Always skinny mini until the menopause. Well, I don't know much about the menopause subject. That's an area I'm not too sure.
I'm hoping to breeze through the menopause.
Slow loss with women. It's all about the monthly cycle. Again, there's some joy in that. Oh God, my brother's back. I only eat once a day. I eat 40 ounces every day and no longer need to replace. Yeah. All right, Seamus. So, beware a nice colleague. I love that one. Beware a nice colleague. They want to share the pizza and beer. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Agree with Seamus, 100%. I literally live by what my body tells me. Tells me when I'm hungry. Tells me what I need to eat. When I want fat. When I don't need fat. And the last comment so far, that should be all right. Yo. Okay, no problem. So you're gonna have a regular session for your channel. So is that going to be posted on a Friday, or is that the editing, producing, and pushing it out over the weekend? What's your timing on that, Sarah?
I don't know yet, but over Christmas I've been practicing how to use the StreamYards better, and Graham from Carnivore Transform has been helping me fix my live so that I know how to get the comments on the screen and everything else. I've just set up an interview with the lovely George, haven't I, today?
Absolutely. I'm your guinea pig, Sarah. I'm your guinea pig.
He's going to be my guinea pig for the first interview, and once that's done, I'm going to sit and reflect on that. Be very nice to me, George, because I have no idea how to interview people. So I've got to.
I'm always very nice to you, Sarah. That's it. You're my carnivore sister. I'm not going to be nasty to you, am I?
Yeah, right.
My brother is, but
okay.
my real brother. Yeah. But yes, and then following that, I've got lots of people lined up that want to be interviewed. So that's going to be happening, and I'll be using that time to set up these things, and then just take it from there. Really, I want 2025 to go with a real bang. this time
Right.
next year, I want to be able to say that 2025 was incredible for me. Let's fingers crossed. 50 pounds off and massive channel. That's the goal.
Nice.
So Lainey's in support of what you were doing, Sarah. Chicken and body better than me.
I've just been trolled. I've just been trolled.
She said you're
so
vain, George.
Right, Tom, I'll come back to your question in a minute. So brilliant. Thank you, Sarah. So Dawn, what's your plans for 2025?
Really similar to Sarah's. I still have another 52 pounds after Christmas. I have 52 pounds still to lose. I feel like I've healed, all the things I wanted to heal from. Now it's the excess weight. I need to lose the excess weight to be as healthy as I can be. I didn't want to focus on the weight loss. That wasn't why I started this. And I needed to feel good. And I do. I feel good. So now there's no excuse. Now I need to focus on the actual weight loss. And for me, that's going to mean tweaking the diet, I found out, because I've been skating along pretty easy. I keep telling everybody this is a breeze. I eat when I'm hungry. I pretty much eat what I want. I like eating steak and, all that. So I haven't had any issues until the holidays. I started using a lot more dairy. And I found out that's a big no-no for me, not just because I gained back a couple pounds, but my skin conditions are coming back. I'm getting the dry, patchy skin. And I thought I was doing okay with that because I thought, I'm still losing weight. Well, it stopped. The eating having lots of whole cream in my coffee twice a day. And I use a lot and cheese and all that. So I'm going clean. I started today. No more dairy, which that's going to be rough. I know that one's going to be hard, but I want to eat a little bit cleaner. I want to lose the 52 pounds. And I want to be able to help other people like you guys have done. I see how helpful you guys have been. And that is so fulfilling when you can help other people. And I've had friends and family that have seen the difference that have asked me. And it's like, and I get more excited about helping them than I do doing it for myself. It's like, I want to write all this down and give them all these links and stuff. So I'm hoping that I can do that with my channel, but I'm not as science-based, like, George was saying, like meat-based 365. I just am telling my story from my perspective, and I need to learn a little more. I need to be a little more knowledgeable so I can explain to people why this works the way it does, and why it's helping me. I just know it works, and all I can do is tell you what I do day to day. So I know now that I have to be a little more careful. Like I said, I was gone for 2 weeks, and that's all it took, 2 weeks for things to go bad. I didn't realize it would happen.
Not that.
Thank
if you needed dairy to get you through, if you got dairy to get you through Christmas, Christmas is a tough time. We were discussing it, weren't we, in our comments, to say it's not just the carb addiction, it's the social side at Christmas that really ramps up. And whatever it takes to get you through. And if that dairy got you through, and now you can drop it again, and you've got a whole year not to have it. So
I've got to work on that. So that's why I was curious about the Lion diet when I realized it wasn't just raw. I thought, okay. Because I was like, I don't think I can do the raw. I just don't know. I know you. Do you still do it, George?
Yeah, that's part of my thing now, the raw protocol. I eat 10 raw steaks a week, split between lamb equally with ribeye and sirloin, and that's what I will be going back to as of next Monday when I go back to work. So it will be very much part of my 2025 protocol. And
you've done it too, right, Carl?
Yeah. I'm not as good as George, but I'm probably up to, over the course of a week, 5, maybe 6 raw steaks.
Wow.
Or I even eat raw ground beef now. So, and that's quite tasty.
Does it taste good?
Yeah, I get the 25% fat beef, and it's because I love the taste of raw fat, so I kind of enjoy that. So actually, interesting. My brother's just quickly dropped in a comment which is interesting, because I want to try and find someone that does the raw milk.
Yeah,
because I haven't had milk for 2 years. But I'm interested in seeing how raw milk, and that might be one of my experiments I'm going to play around with this year. So I'm going to.
I get to eat raw milk on holiday.
Do you?
Sorry?
So when I go on holiday, I get to have raw milk because we go to a dairy farm twice a year in Cornwall, and they always let us have some of their raw milk, and it's incredible. And I do treat myself then. Yeah.
So I'm
and
interested in seeing the effects
it's
of
amazing.
that.
You should stay on the farm that I stay on, and they'll let you have as much raw milk as you like. It's incredible.
Nice.
And they drink it constantly.
They're
happy.
carving the leg off the cow.
They're the happiest people you've ever met, though, Carl. These people that drink this raw milk every day. I've never met happier people in my life than these dairy farmers. They are fit, healthy, slim, and happy all the time, and they're drinking this raw milk all the time.
So before, George, I jump to you for your 2012. I just want to catch up on some of the comments. So, so I just missed. I'll keep me in order. So Tom put a question. I think you were asking the viewers as much as us about why they started Carnivore, and there's a few answers in here. So one was health reasons, keep you motivated.
Right.
I started for awareness, with type 2 diabetes, similar to George and I. Then we got, so this is not a comment on that, so I just quickly jump past that. The next comment was the risk of type 2 diabetes, big trigger, keto way of eating. So I think George and I have a very similar, it was quite spooky how similar story that we had, because we were both obese. We both were being asked to go on statins. We both were told we were pre-diabetic. And I didn't know George then. It's only when we started chatting between ourselves that we sort of discovered our paths were so similar. So I think I've caught up on, there's a few other comments here, but I'll come back to them in a minute. So George, do you want to tell us your plans for 2025?
Absolutely. Just a quick comment on the last bit. I'm actually, I think, exactly a year older than you, Carl. And also I was actually a type 2 diabetic, not just pre-diabetic.
Right.
And also, just like yourself, I've lost a couple of shoe sizes because of the inflammation's gone down. So there's a bit of a story there. But anyway, let's look ahead to 2025. I had a very successful 2024. I managed to cure myself of diabetes. I managed to have some influence within the National Health Service, with the nurses within the National Health Service. And I also managed to have a couple of successful interventions into people who were ill. And I got them either to go low carb or indeed carnivore. And I've managed to help a lot of people. So for 2025, my next goal is to simply ramp things up, take it to a whole other level. I want to bring the carnivore community further and further together. As you call me, Carl, I'm the puppet master. I pull the strings behind the scenes. I found Dawn for us when Dawn kindly put in a bit of a clickbait. I think most of you know the story about why do I hate carnivores. And I came out of that particular one with a brand new friend who's here with us tonight. Then Dawn has introduced me to a couple of new friends. So basically, although Dawn calls me her sponsor and also her little brother, I call her big sister, she is no longer under my wing as such, because she has flown and grown her own wings, and she is helping to spread the message. So it is my intention, absolutely, to continue to spread the message as best I can. Now, our great friend Lynn Tucker, Carnivore over in the States, who is part of the Healing Humanity team, she is basically nagging me to get in contact with Kerry, so that not for the Healing Humanity documentary, but for the series that follows, she would like me to be part of the type 2 diabetes follow-up. So Lynn has become a great friend of mine, as has her husband, Carnivore Jim, otherwise known as Ribeye Ranger. What a great name, by the way. So that it's basically just taken up to a whole new level. Probably the highlight of the year will be our Great British Meetup in August.
Yep.
But I think I have a lot to offer in basically telling my story about how I cured diabetes, and also just to help you guys, and also do my own little channel, which is going to be very, very small. But a lot of people like it because I'm doing some very personalized stuff, which is a bit different from the interviews and that. For example, as you probably all know, myself and Ziggy, Carnivore Campers, went and climbed a little mountain the other day, and it was so windy you couldn't actually hear the commentary, but the views were so spectacular that I got a lot of really good feedback from it, including from Joshua at Meat Base 365, because his heritage is actually Devon and Cornwall here in the UK. So
Nice.
he really felt that a connection to Somerset, which, as we know, is right next to it. So yeah, it's going to be taking us to a whole new level, whole new level next year. Just increasing the carnivore community, telling my story time and time again, which I will be doing to Sarah coming up very shortly in January. And just basically getting that word out there. And if it means repetition, if it means me going on several different channels and telling the same story time and time again, I'm more than prepared to do that, because it is a story worth telling. Anyway, so back to you, Carl.
Well, my plans is I want to go more down on the fact finding and research field and doing more stuff on the channel for that. I want to push ahead with going for the PhD around the carnivore diet. It's hard finding a university that want to take it on at the moment, but I'll still carry on with all the background work. And I've decided, it's not here tonight, I've moved it, but my suit of armour that I have behind me, I think it's about time I did some things in my suit of armour. So I'm looking to do a half marathon and a potential marathon in it, and I'll do it for a local charity to raise some funds. But I want to sort of record the training I've got to do, how it impacts on me combined with the diet. I've also, one of the interviews I did back for one of the guys in the States who was a cyclist, he's a professional, well, semi-professional cyclist. He's been on carnivore and he's been gathering lots of data, and we're going to hopefully do some work on that. So I may be part of my research model for the PhD. So I'm going to be working on that as well. Unlike you, Sarah, I'm if anything, I'm getting busier work-wise than before. So I'm probably going to consciously reduce my post to probably one a week. And if I can squeeze an extra one in or something, I will. But I'm hoping then if I go to one a week, the content of that will be much more detailed, much more of interest. I've noticed on my channel, when I did things about statins and about oxalate dumping and about that, I got more interest from that than some of the interviews were hit and miss. So I feel that perhaps my viewership wants more of that kind of information. So I may go a bit more down that front. But I also think that the whole suit of armour thing might be just a bit of a giggle. I did do the London Marathon in a suit of armour a few years back and raised in excess of 40,000 for the British Heart Foundation. So I don't think I'll go to that level, but I do think that some of the local charities could benefit from my stupidity. And as you've noticed by my name and my brother's name, we're Day, so I do it as a night, and that's the whole idea behind it. So
good one.
Carl,
that's my plans for there. So just going back to some of the comments. So my brother mentions that raw dairy. Oh, I think I said that. I think there was something else. He's. Oh, here we go. Bloody thing keeps jumping away from me. Heavy cream is better than raw milk, as heavy cream has no carbs.
Right.
Yeah.
An interesting point of view. Then what we got here: line diet, ruminant meat. So someone answering the question, Dawn, for you earlier. Apparently, George, you've got access to raw milk.
I believe so. Yeah, I mean, because basically Lauren's just down the road from us, and she's a raw milk fan. So yeah, Lainey's absolutely right. There is raw milk in this area, no question.
Well, you're in the dairy area, aren't you? So
exactly right. Yeah.
There's a question here from Heather for any of the viewers. If you haven't already answered, I haven't caught up with the details yet, but she wants to know about does it taste fishy? I hope she's talking about the electrolytes. So that's enough of the smart and innuendo. Not interested in milk, but certainly would have some real milk on occasions. And then we've got what's this one here? Oh, someone's doing a number count. Well, I don't know what you're looking at. I've got 25 on mine, so I don't know if it's the combined, because we've got different channels. I think the numbers
maybe it's
vary.
on mine. Yeah.
Was it on yours?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm going by your channel. Yeah, so I've got no idea what's on mine.
This came for the Carnivore Bow. It's good to hear that, Jason. This is interesting news. This is interesting news.
Yeah, can I? Okay, so I'll elaborate on this. Basically, our son, has bought his daughter a puppy today, and it came to visit us for the first time. and Lainey went all gooey-eyed over a cockapoo.
Oh.
So yeah, I am in trouble now. I'm in Lainey trouble once again,
are.
Sarah.
You
As
are.
you know, I'm often in Lainey
You
trouble.
are always in trouble.
Great.
So we've got South Germany. Jason, nice for you to join us. Christ, there's loads of comments coming in. I can't keep up with them.
Yeah, Carl, can I jump in at this point?
Yeah, please do.
Can we go back to what you were saying about your suit of armor? I have two mantras, one of which is you don't have to be crazy to be carnivore, but if you are, it helps. And when I'm flagging this up to people, I actually flag you up running the London Marathon. And of course, the other one, as you know, which my other favourite mantra is carnivore is fun. Because there's no point in doing this unless it was fun. And it was fun that brought us all together tonight, because we all have a crazy sense of humour. And it was fun that certainly brought me and Dawn together back in the days. And it was fun that made me jump on Sarah's live stream when she was feeling a bit miserable the other day. And I told her the story about being in trouble with Lainey for the fishy story, which I won't elaborate on here, but you know what I'm talking about, Sarah. So yeah, the reason we do it is not just for serious health reasons. It's because the carnivore community is such fun. We're all slightly crazy, and we all have a brilliant sense of humour. So yeah, that's just a couple of jumping points there, Carl. Back to you, mate.
Okay, well, I'll try and dig out some of the old footage, and I might make a short little video about what I did then and that'll tie in with what I'm planning to do this year. But what I did, I managed to sell advertising space on the suit of armour, so I looked like a Formula One knight.
Oh, wow.
And that raised a substantial amount of money. And the BBC did a bit of coverage. And when the marathon starts, there's about a 20-minute gap where between all the starts going and then covering the front runners and that. And they threw out this bit they did on me. And I think I got 12,000 in donations just from that one coverage. So but all I can say to you, it took me 9 hours and 46 minutes, and the first minute was absolutely brilliant, and the 9 hours and 45 minutes of it was absolute sheer hell.
I bet.
I will train this time. I didn't really train last time. I just thought it would be fun to do. So
that's good.
Nothing that is worth doing is painless, Carl, at the end of the day, is it?
Right.
So there's mention about the meetup here again. So George, do you want to give a little bit of a brief of where we're at with regards to the venue and that? Because the meetup's going ahead. I'm telling you now, 2nd of August, even if it's me with a packet of burgers, the meetup is going to happen on the 2nd of August. But we think we're a little bit ahead of the game there, George, aren't we? So
absolutely. I can tell you that all we've got to do is dot the I's and cross the T's now. We have the venue in place. The venue is booked on August 2nd next year. It's a farm very near Glastonbury in Somerset, and it can accommodate undercover 200 people. So I've gone for the 200 people just in case it rains, because even in summer in Somerset it can bloody rain. And we've also booked the caterer, who is a very, very good friend of mine called Ashley Maunder. I spoke to him on Monday. He's really keen for it to go ahead. He's a very carnivore aware, very carnivore friendly. He has actually watched the miracle of carnivore unfold in me in front of his eyes. And he has his own business, which is both a farm shop and an outside catering business. So he is absolutely on board with it. He's also very business savvy. So he gave us some good tips, which I won't discuss here, but basically he's going to be a great help in getting the business side of it right. So really, as I said, the venue is booked. The caterer is booked. All we've got to do is cross the T's and dot the I's now. And we've got 4 months in which to do that, and then 3 months in which to sell it. It's going to be a success. There's no question. It's going to be a success.
Well, from that landing page I set up, we've had 90 registered interests from there. We've also, on my Facebook, I've had probably another 10 to 15 people with registered interest. And that was just from the one week. So once we start, as you say, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, and we can start pushing a bit heavier, we believe we're going to limit the numbers to between 200 and 250 for the first time round. There are some people that have approached us about putting stalls that are carnivore related, stalls and that there. People have asked me about our families welcome. So I am aiming to try and get some sort of children's bouncy castle play area. But if I know half the adults, they'll be on there more than the kids will be. But,
Right.
so we want to make it fun, informative, and I think you used the expression before, George. It's about also attracting the carnivore curious, as well as the hard-nosed carnivore, come paleo, come keto, and all that. So I think it's going to be a brilliant event, and I'm really looking forward to doing it. And so we will. I mean, I don't know if you guys are happy to do this, but if we could do this sort of thing on a monthly basis, this sort of live stream, I reckon it'd be worth doing, and we can do updates for people that are interested in the meetup on that front. So it keeps people informed. But the meetup's going to be great fun. So
as regards to Carnivore Curious, there's nothing that me and my pub friends like more than a good meetup with a barbecue. And they've all signed. Haven't signed up because they're not carnivores, but they've all indicated that they will definitely be coming and supporting it. There's no question about that. And a word about Ashley, who is the caterer. He is a local farmer, and believe me, here in Somerset, UK, we are very meat based. So he will basically, once we've sold our tickets to the established carnivores, if there's any slack, Ashley will very, very quickly pick it up through his business. He will advertise it, and we will get local support. It's going to be a success, guys.
Following from the Healing Humanity, I have got potentially both. Richard Smith has indicated that if he's available, he will come and do some talking, as well as who's his sidekick,
Coach Stephen.
Coach Stephen has agreed that he should be able to make it, so he might come along as well. And I'm tapping into a couple of others. I think I'm trying to obviously get Kent Carnivore to come along as well.
The Copus,
and their stories are phenomenal. I mean,
bear in mind the fact that, Carl, that Lauren lives 10 miles down the road. So
Lauren's going to be there. She's got no choice because I'm staying at hers. Told her, so.
Nice. Are you guys going to be
talking? Wants me to cook some of my puddings for her. So,
are you and George going to be talking there?
George will be doing a lot of talking.
I'll be kind of sort of hosting. I'll be the puppet master, I expect, again, Dawn, but sort of behind the scenes, and hopefully maybe the MC, or Carl will be the MC. But I will definitely be there, talking to people, and hopefully we'll get the superstars, if you like, of the carnivore world, which includes Coach Stephen, Richard Smith, Lee, and Lauren as our main speakers, because they are, of course, the Healing Humanity connection, and it's probably best that we actually advertise Healing Humanity. There we go. So I imagine that Carl, Sarah, and myself will be sort of the support act, if you like. And we'll get our superstars from Healing Humanity to actually be the main stage speakers. So that's the plan, Dawn. I just wish you could be there, because I long to meet you, but maybe one day. You never know.
God. You guys it seems like it's happening more over there. It's bigger over there for some reason. I mean, it's starting.
Never used to, though. It's a new thing that is happening in the UK, because normally everything happens in America.
Yeah. Right, I mean, the problem you've got is California, I think, which is not so hot in carnivore, whereas I believe that Texas and places like that, they are having big meetups now. So
No,
I mean, you've got Christy Meeting Wellness in California as well, but California is a huge place. I believe, Sarah, you're doing one with Christy in the very, very near future.
2 days time, with Christy.
And she's in California.
I can't remember where she is from.
No, she's definitely definitely California, and her channel is Christy, or Meeting Wellness.
Okay.
So if you haven't found her yet, please go and look her up, because she is in California. But as we've discovered from your recent trip, California is a huge place compared to poor little England.
Well, my wife's got a cousin that's just moved to California, so there's a good chance we may be travelling out there, Dawn. So if it is, I'll try and arrange a rendezvous with you on that one. So I've got to put this up. This demonstrates. I don't know. It's not planned yet, but we will be coming at some point this year. So I'll let you know, Dawn, in advance. Now, this comment sums up my family sense of humour to an absolute T. So I do apologise.
Oh, boy.
Don't let Lainey see that one.
Oh, my goodness. They are
That's a
open-minded.
very, very
Absolutely.
true, Jason. That's a very true
Absolutely.
comment.
That, you know, that's the first thing I said about the carnivore community when I first got into this, is how kind everybody in the carnivore community is, how open-minded, and they're the least judgmental out of all like the diet communities. And my theory was, because when people feel good, they are good. And I feel like people that are doing the carnivore diet, they feel good. They feel better. They're mentally they're clear-headed, and they've just been more calm, more patient with me, less judgmental. I don't get scolded. There's very few carnivore police. There's a few, of course, but for the
Yeah, you
most
get a
part,
few righteous carnivores, but yeah.
but for the most part, you guys have been absolutely amazing, and that's what's helped me, because I feel like I have support. I don't feel like, you know, I have to be embarrassed when I tell you guys I've screwed up or I've done this wrong. I don't feel like, you know, you guys are going to shame me. Everybody's like, well, yeah, I've done that too, and this is what you need to try. You try this or try that. You know, they suggest things. They don't tell you. And yeah, it's been very, very helpful. The carnivore community is they're a different breed of people, just a different breed altogether. Those, I don't like to be judgmental. People that I know that are doing full vegan, my gosh, they have been the angriest when they come on my channel. Those are the rudest comments I get are from people that are strict vegans. And they have said some very nasty things. I catch it right away and I just delete it. I don't even answer them. But
see, I do it a different way, Dawn. I actually try and invite them to come and do an interview on my channel. And so far, they all back off and clear off. They won't do it. And I'm quite happy to debate. See, as far as I'm concerned, ultra-processed food is the enemy.
Right.
If you choose to go vegan, good luck to you, but you'll be hungry for the rest of your life. Or you can go carnivore and you can get all the benefits. So, but I've tried to get vegans, and if anyone's watching this and don't like it, contact me and I'll do an interview with you, and we'll both be civil and honest and open.
Right.
I'd like to discuss it. As Brian Clough once said, we'll talk about it until you realise we're right and you're wrong.
I just click a love heart on the comments. I just click, if I get a comment, I just click the love heart and then ignore it, and then they just don't know what to do then, and then they don't bother. I don't engage. I just click the love heart, and then they think, wow, why she clicked that? And then they just don't say anything else, because they know that I'm not going to rise to it, you know.
Good. Can I just agree with you here? So, has any of you guys ever heard of a brilliant troll called Julien Fradvo? Have you ever come across him at all? Or
yes, he does not give up. He does not give up.
But I always, whenever he turns up, whenever he turns up, I always give him some love. I say, Julian, mate, you are my favourite troll. You add such value to my life, and I give him a big love.
Put him my way.
He never ever comes back to me. Basically, he can't.
It's almost like he's a. It's almost like he's a bot, love, because he just keeps on going. Just give up, mate.
Yeah. Does he come to
you? No one's interested in your comments.
Where do you see him?
Oh, he's
all over the carnivore channels.
Holmes said how the bigger the better as far as Julien is concerned.
Yeah, he loves the Ken Berry channel, that kind of thing.
But the really funny thing about Julien is his surname, Fradvo. I'm a French speaker. It means cold veal. So is he some sort of I don't know, is he one of us who's basically playing devil's advocate? I don't know. But if he calls himself cold veal, that doesn't make it. It's too much of a coincidence. It really is.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just that's a thought. Yeah.
So there's a few comments up here about what to do with double cream, and I must admit I'm gutted now. I'm doing my fast this month because some of these suggestions are making me blinking hungry now. I wasn't hungry until we started this. So there's another comment about carnivores, about we focus on the positives, not the negatives, and I think that is part of the vegan bit. They try and preach to you rather than, I don't care if they want to eat vegetables and poison themselves. Good bloody luck to them. Sooner they're out of the way, the better. I know they won't be around when I'm 120.
I feel the same way. If it's working for you and you feel good and healthy, more power to you. I did it. It didn't do that for me. So, you know, that's why I chose to do carnivore, but I certainly would never tell anybody to change their diet if they think it's working for them and they feel good and they're happy and they're healthy. And yeah, more power to you. I'm not going to
Absolutely.
debate anybody.
Dawn,
You know.
Jason's just asking, any tips on getting rid of sinusitis? Now, I understand that one of your strange ones was leaky eye, which was linked to the sinuses. Is that correct?
Yes.
Before you answer that, this is not medical advice. This is just our
Right.
personal opinions.
Yeah,
Just to make
absolutely.
sure
Yeah.
right. Just quickly
Right.
add that in.
But no, I have extreme allergies before this. I don't even take allergy meds anymore, but I had, my sinuses were always leaking and I had a leaky eye constantly. I had to, have tissue paper, and it's gone. It healed. And that tripped me out because I was like, how is this related? But I think maybe do you think it's the inflammation? Because, when you give up the carbs and the sugar, you lose that inflammation. And now I don't have the sinus issues. I don't have the leaky eye issues. It just disappeared. So just one
There's a
more
question for you, George. So I think we know the answer to this one. There is camping available.
Right. Okay. So I've spoken to the owners of the place. Yes, there is rough camping available. It's not going to be. It's going to be, I think, £10 a night. It is extensive camping. There is no shower facilities, but there are flush toilets and sinks. So if you stand a bit of rough camping, no problems at all. But because it's so near Glastonbury, there are a lot of campsites around there anyway. So if you want to go a bit more upmarket, it's possible. And also because it's near Glastonbury, which is a big tourist town, there's a lot of actual hotel type accommodation, from the Travelodge to Premier Inns, the low end market. There's even the 5-star spa hotel about 10 miles down the road. So yeah, there are plenty of options for.
But I think what we're going to do, we're going to pull
overnight.
an information pack together for people looking at the various accommodations to find from B&B, as you say, camping, B&B, cheap hotels, more luxurious hotels, and other issues. So we can provide that. But yeah, it's just going to be it's going to be an absolute brilliant day. I know I'm going on about it, but
6 years on Carnivore? That's a long time. Wow.
Yeah, Jason's still on coffee, which I still am, and I'm still on alcohol as well. But I'm actually getting great success on both of those two things. So it's N = 1, each to their own. And if it works for you, it works. Yeah.
Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think coffee's an issue. I think I don't think coffee's an issue for a lot of people. I think some people have problems with it, and if you do, then yeah, you should quit it. But I've noticed a lot of people have coffee and it doesn't seem to cause them any health issues. So I think it's an individual thing. It's a choice.
Totally agree. We are all our own experiment, and basically what we do is eliminate until we find what's right for us. And I appear to have found what's right for me, and I'm quite happy with it. So it's there we go. Yeah, the truth.
Coffee doesn't suit me.
Right.
Coffee doesn't suit me at all.
Carrie and Jen this morning from Homestead How, she was talking about what it's done for her, and I just love them. And anyway,
I love Jen.
I know, isn't she great? I love her because I can relate to Jen. Carrie's like she said, Carrie's perfect, and he is. He does it. He's strict and he's hardcore and he's perfect, and it's working for him. But she's more like us, but it's working for her. What she's doing is working. And I thought that was funny when she said it. She's like, she still does these things, but she let him know, yeah, you're perfect. Okay, we get it. It's okay. And it's great. She thinks it's wonderful, but not everybody's that way, and it's okay. That's what I like about the carnivore community. We're not all perfect, and that's okay too. I would like to be, maybe someday, but why? If I'm feeling good now, and I am, and I'm happy, and I'm losing weight, and I'm healing, there's no point for me to give up things that do make me happy. And coffee makes me happy right now, and I don't feel like it's affecting. But like Sarah said, it does affect her. So then, if it had an impact on me negatively, then absolutely I give it up. I do need to give up the cream though, and that's what I put in my coffee. Now things are going to change. I may not enjoy it as much. Now that I don't have the heavy cream, I'm going to try the whole butter thing in the coffee. A lot of people swear by that. I think I've tried it. It's not the same.
Good answer, Heather, for the camping issue.
Right.
It's very true. Yes. Yeah, can I just flag up the fact that we've got Lat on here, Sarah, I believe is one of yours.
Yes,
From West Wales. Yeah, she was just saying
she was
that she
talking
feels
to me the week. We were on the same live,
the
weren't
other
we?
day.
Yeah, she was helping me.
We were, yes.
Yeah.
She just pointed out the fact that she comes from West Wales. We happen to know that, and she fills her freezer up with lamb from a local shepherdess. So well done to you, Lat.
Yeah.
Old lady carnivore. Old lady carnivore. I can't remember.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
But brilliant. That's really good news. Dawn, I know you have problem getting lamb, don't you? You in California, lamb is not a big thing.
Here. Yeah.
Yeah. It's highly recommended if you possibly can get it, but
I would
if
love
you can't,
to try it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Well, come to the UK. We'll find you some lamb.
Right.
Andrew's giving us a little tip that this Saturday's 20% off meat and Morrison's.
Yeah, Laney's a big fan of that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you guys have butchers regularly around there, don't you? You guys have local.
Yeah, absolutely.
Butchers.
Yeah, we got good butchers down here.
Yeah. Carrie is awesome.
Can't argue with that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm just quickly trying to catch up because shed loads of messages coming here. Up to 36 people.
That's good.
Nice.
Actually, it's interesting because obviously roast beef. This is a little history. My eldest brother's a food historian, and he tells this story about how the British stole the roast beef from the French because it was two very famous paintings during the Napoleonic Wars that was done as the first ever propaganda. And one was showing these weak, feeble Frenchmen in Calais, and then at Dover, a load of big beef. And that's where the British beef attitudes come from. And they'd stolen the beef off the French. And ever since then, people believe the Brits were famous for eating beef. And that's how we ended up having roast beef.
Yeah, absolutely.
Little side issue for you there.
I think I'm probably qualified to comment on this because I actually work for a French-speaking team or a French team over in the Middle East back along. And yeah, I was known as le roast beef in the team. I was the Brit, le roast beef. So yeah, it is a very much a thing. They do call us le roast beef. So interesting. So
you've been asked a question, George?
No, I am drinking a very dry Italian white wine called Soave. Which has about 17 grams per bottle. So it's very low in carbohydrates. I drink also, when I'm in the pub, I drink a very low carbohydrate beer. It's had very little deleterious effect on me over the course of the last 3 years. So I carry on doing it because basically I enjoy it and it relaxes me. And and as I've told on my most recent post with DC, which went up shortly before, I've just had my latest liver function test and it was absolutely perfect to the point where the nurse didn't even ask me if I drank or not because she assumed I was a non-drinker. So, yeah. But again, Carl, a quick disclaimer. It's not a good idea to drink alcohol. It's probably for optimal health. You're better off without it. However, for me, it is not a personal problem. So this is a personal view. As I said, I drink really only 3 types of alcohol. The very low carb beer, the very low carb wine, and also occasional whiskey because that is very low in carbohydrate. So yeah, that's my take on drinking.
So just to explain why, and I've done this from my research, obviously your liver is key for processing fat and creating them into ketones, etc. So when you drink alcohol, the body tells the liver to process the alcohol. So it stops your fat adaptation and all that. And that's why. So you can get it. And I think what you used to do, George, if I remember rightly from one of our first interviews, you would drink followed by a weekend and you would fast on the Monday or so anyhow, wouldn't you? So your liver's having the time to get rid of the toxins,
absolutely,
and then back to the fat production. So that's probably why it hasn't.
I used to use the 36-hour fast to put myself in autophagy. However, I found that since I've gone raw, I don't seem to need to do that. So, and a quick word, actually, ladies, you're going to absolutely hate me for this one. I'm going to encourage you. So I'm prepared to take the rotten tomatoes. But I've had a spectacular sudden new weight loss in the last month. I've actually lost 10 pounds in the last month since the 1st of November. So I am now down from 293 pounds to 187 this morning.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So I'm now in the I'm now in the over 100 pounds club. So yeah, you can either take encouragement from that because it's taken me 2 years and 9 months to get here, or you can hate me for it and just throw rotten tomatoes at me for
that's awesome. Yeah, we call it the Wonder Club.
Talk about throwing rotten tomatoes. I'm loving the fact that Laney's telling my brother off now. I think that's made my day, that has. Although my brother has come back with a refrain. He says he likes vegans, but he couldn't eat a whole one.
I saw that. That's funny.
Don't tell him he's funny, Dawn. Don't tell him he's funny.
Well, I was thinking, as I'm thinking that because I'm not fat adapting anyway, I might as well just start drinking then, because I haven't fat adapted in 5 months. So I might as well just start drinking with George.
Right.
There is, right. Okay, Sarah, now there is maybe a serious point there. Maybe there is a serious point here because the white wine I drink is very acidic. And I actually do have a possible theory that it helps to keep my pH very low in my stomach, which helps me to, it's just a possible theory. But why am I being so successful when I shouldn't be? I don't know. Anyway, over to you.
My personal philosophy on all of this is, I do the carnivore diet because I want quality of life. I want to feel as good as I can feel. It helps with my weight, but I still want to enjoy my life. And if I want to have a glass of wine once in a while, or if I want to drink coffee, I'm going to do it because I want to enjoy my life. My life isn't just about being obsessive and disciplined.
Yeah.
It's about joy and experiencing life with a clear head and just feeling good. So occasionally, I'm going to have a glass of wine. I'm going to drink my coffee until I find out these are causing me serious health issues. But in the meantime, I'm all about, enjoying my life. And that's why I'm doing this in the first place. I just want to have a great life and get joy out of life. I don't want it to just be this strict, oh my God, I got to do this. I got to do that. Because as I've told you guys, I'm the least disciplined person I know. And I can do carnivore. And that's amazing to me because I couldn't stick to any other lifestyle before this. The carnivore diet, to me, is luxurious. I feel like it's decadent. I don't feel like I'm being deprived.
Everything we eat tastes so good. I had some pork belly tonight and it tasted absolutely orgasmic. Sorry, but it just did. It actually tasted better than anything else I used to eat. So I'm happy. There was joy in that pork belly.
We're happy. We're happy. We're not just eating.
I wasn't miserable eating it, I tell you now.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do this if I was miserable.
You're correct, Lat, but the glucose is obviously from the sugar. So when you're having carbohydrates in your body or sugars in your body, that's where you're getting the glucose. If you don't have the carbohydrate in your blood system or you consume it, your body then goes to fat and turns to ketones. And as my brother points out there, so the carb beer converts to glucose. It does, but not as it's down to the levels, and you got to live a little bit, I think, sometimes as well, Yeah,
quick on that, Carl. When it comes to beer, it's maltose, which is in beer, which is a double glucose bond. There's no sign of fructose, and as you know, I believe that fructose is the main enemy, worse even than glucose. So maltose is a double glucose bond. The body can use glucose; it can't use fructose. So that's again just a little throwaway comment there.
So Lat has found the 10 pounds you've lost.
Nice. Oh, I like Lainey's comment. Good luck, Sarah. You will end up on A&E if you drink with George.
I would.
I'll get that one up. Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm getting trolled quite a lot because she also put up about the 5-star hotel, which apparently we will be staying in the night of the meetup. It's actually we stayed there before. It's the Charlton House Hotel in Shepton Mallet, which is actually Lauren lives right next door to it. But no, we won't be staying there, Lainey. We can't afford it anymore.
I love her.
I love the fact that you get hit from all sides, George. I think that's great fun.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, guys, we've been going an hour and 15. So do you want to do any sort of summary comments or anything? Because I'm sure these people want to get back to living their lives rather than listen to us dribble on. So, Sarah, is there anything you want to add to what we've discussed today?
No, I think I spoke earlier on what my plans were and what my hopes were. My plan is actually to lose all the weight before that meetup and turn up in a bikini. But so look out for that. Because if I get to wear something like that, I'm wearing it everywhere, even the supermarket.
Right.
Yeah, that's my plan. Right. Anyone else want to summarize?
Yeah,
I think 2025 is going to be the year of the carnivore, and I think we're going to see a lot more people wanting to do it. And I think those of us that have already started need to be prepared for that onslaught, and to help people, and just be there to encourage other people and enjoy making new friends. The carnivore community, like I said, is the absolute best. If for no other reason, just the sense of community that we've built up has just been amazing. But the health benefits, of course, and losing weight and all that is just amazing.
Yeah, I think I'm going to jump in with Dawn there. Basically, find your tribe. We are a tribe, the carnivore community, the carnivore family.
Yeah.
Reach out to any one of us. Reach out to other people you know in the carnivore community. Form your own WhatsApp groups, your own Facebook groups, and just your own support network, really. All of us are personal friends on here tonight, and you will find your own as well. Yeah, the carnivore community is what holds us all together. And when people are feeling down, and they're likely to go into the carb ditch, as Sarah would say, reach out to the carnivore community, and we will be there to support you, to give you a helping hand, and just to remind you that carnivore is fun, carnivore is beneficial, and we're here for you. We're here for you.
Right.
Okay. To answer Heather's question, if she goes onto my YouTube channel, there's an actual video with the meetup when we originally launched it, and there's a link to a landing page where you can register your interest, and it goes straight into a confidential mailing list for that. I will, when I start doing some future posts, I will be keeping that link on there as we raise more and more information. So no tickets have been sold as yet, so don't worry, you've got an opportunity to get a ticket, but we will be limiting it to between 200 and 250. So, and I'm pretty confident with the interest we're getting, it will sell out at some point. So we're not quite Oasis, but we'll be consistent with our ticket prices.
Oh, we have a carnivore. We have a carnivore called Angus. It makes a change from being all jazz, doesn't it? My cat just tried to jump in on the show.
Oh, brilliant! I was looking down the message. Where's an Angus? Right, I think we should wrap it up now. Thank you, everybody that's watched and given us some questions, and thank you for my lovely brother and the lovely Lainey for their comments. Has kept me amused all night. So, thank you all. I think what we try and do, if you're up for it, we'll do one next month. And as long as it works for you,
not
Dawn,
Wednesday.
It's harder for you, Dawn, than it is for us because we're in the evening, you're in the daytime. But sorry, Sarah.
Not Wednesdays. Thursday works better for me.
Okay, Thursdays is good for me as well.
I'm up for it, and I'm easy. Don't worry.
Well, I've heard the rumours. Just quick comment from my brother. Right, brilliant, no problem. Cheers, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thanks.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye, guys.